Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room and welcome to another wreath day. Well, I have this grapevine wreath and I thought I was going to save it for spring, but I thought let's make a Halloween grapevine wreath because I can use that out front. And so I am going to be working with a sign I got from the Dollar Tree. The wreath frame I've had, I'm pretty sure it must have come from Michael's because that's where I usually buy the grapevines. And I have some different flowers and greens we're going to add to it and see if we can come up with a pretty grapevine wreath. As I mentioned before, I think the last time I made a project for Halloween, I said it was the last Halloween project. Well, it wasn't. And I don't think this one's going to be either, because I picked up at the Dollar Tree this skeleton, which is still in its package, okay? And a few other things. Let me just show you while I've got them out. I got the skeleton. I got these balls, and a couple of them, they're purple, and then the other two look like eyeballs. And I'll show you a little bit better down there. Then I got a package of eyeballs. Okay. The Dollar Tree I was in didn't have a whole lot, but I'm going to try to put the skeleton on a yardstick. So we'll be doing that probably sometime next week, hopefully. If not next week, the week after. But in the meantime, we're going to be working with a grapevine wreath. And I did get a lot of good comments on the camera angle that you had last time, so I'm going to be using it again. I don't know how it'll work out with the grapevine wreath because they're kind of difficult to keep working on the mat. They get wide after a while. But we're going to see. We're going to do the sign, then we're going to make a bow, and then we're going to put the florals on it and see if we can come up with something cute. Not spooky necessarily, but just cute and nice and Halloween-y. So let me take you down to the counter and we'll get busy making a Halloween grapevine wreath. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. Here's my wreath. I'm going to trim a few little pieces off of here. Some of these are better quality than others, and of course you know these things make a big mess. And here is my sign. I liked it because it had several different, it has black and it has the orange and it has a cream, so it gives me some more options. So I have already put wire on the bottom, and I'm going to try to use the two holes that are up at the top on the sign. And I just buried my scissors. Hold on. Here we are. So I'm going to cut this off. And put some wire through. Just kind of twist it. Now I'm going to take the bottom one first, and I'm going to go down through the grapevine. And this vine is fairly loose, so it shouldn't be too hard to get these down through. You want to get a little bit of grapevine in between, because if you get it too, like with just one piece, it'll break it because these get so dry. And then I'm just going to take and try to bend that up. Now, with the top, we can do 2 times. I'm going to go down and down. Oh, my glue pot was smoking. If you see smoke over here, I'll get it turned off now. Just a second. Sorry, I went and added a little bit more glue pellets to it. So let's get back to where I was here. You don't want it smoking. The funny thing is, it wasn't coming on, so I turned it way up, which was wrong. So then it got too hot, but I put more pellets in it, so I'm not sure this is going to work because, well, it might. We're going to see a little bit. I think I might have to put a little something by this top piece because you can see a little bit of the wire. But we can put a leaf or a flower there. Now this one, I probably just should have put another piece in the middle, but I was just trying to use what I had. I got one. And 2. That's good and sturdy. Not going anywhere. All right. So now let's work on the bow. I'm going to start with this purple polka dot. Purple and black. And my tails aren't going to be too long because it's going to just be a bow on the wreath. So we'll just make like here. And I have made that, I'm going to make it 5 inches. I'm going to put 3 and 3. This is the 2 1/2, and it doesn't like to stay straight, but we'll work it. Okay, now we have this purple and orange, and we're going to do a few of those on the top. And I'm going to be a little bit shorter, probably about 4. And I'm doing 2 and 2. Now take a zip tie. And get it started. Now I can pull it off. Pull it around to the back and get a wire through there. And pull it tight. And I'm twisting it as I'm fluffing it out. So, okay, we'll bring this back and we'll put the ribbon or the bow on the other side. Get rid of this zip tie without cutting my wire, please. And I'm going to go down through the wreath. All right, there we are so far. Okay, I have these greens here, and this is a Gerber bush, it says. And it's one of these that's hard to cut. So I'm going to cut this apart. Well, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, actually. Okay, that one's going to look good there. Now I put one on the bottom, so I'm going to put one on the top. That little one came off, so we'll just put it in. Okay, so far so good here. It's a little hard to get in because it's not too heavy of a stem. And this is where you would use a pick machine for these kind of stems, but that's not something I have, and I don't do enough of these floral wreaths to feel like I should invest in one, although they are very good. And one more here. All right. How are these? Orangey flowers. Whoop, I didn't want that on that ribbon, but I got it there. Well, we'll cover the ribbon. Okay. I'm trying to kind of balance the top and the bottom. And I'm going this way and this way so I don't go through the wreath. It's looking pretty, huh? Look at that. Now I've got some of these little things. They're like filler. See what we can do with these. Oh, I don't think we'll put the price tag on there. What do you think? I think it's looking beautiful. Beautiful. I don't think it needs much more. Maybe another little piece of this up here. Well, I've only got 2 more little pieces, so actually 1. I'm loving it. Look at that. Loving it. And I don't think it needs anything else. What do you think? I think that's perfect as it is. Let me just look. Yeah, that's good. I don't see any big glaring holes. All right, that wasn't hard at all, was it? We did a sign, a bow, and the wreath. And I've got glue all over the bow, but we can get that off later with a... You know, if you do have glue strings on things, if you have a heat tool, like you use to emboss with card making, you can simply... I'm just unplugging the glue pot. You can simply heat it with the heat tool, and all these little glue strings will just disappear. Beautiful. I love it. And it's not, you know, a scary thingy. It's just a very pretty Halloween themed wreath. This says, Happy Halloween, witches, beware, spooky, boo, creepy, and haunted. All of the things above. All right, let me take this upstairs and put you on the door, and we'll see how beautiful this really looks. Back in just a minute. There you go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. The colors are so pretty with the sign and the ribbon. We'll come in a little closer and you can see. I'm going to puff out my ribbon a little bit here. There we go. That's going to be very pretty out front. It looks fall and Halloween. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hang in there. I'll be right back. Well, here you go, and there it is over there. How pretty, huh? Isn't that pretty? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And it wasn't hard. It didn't take too long. And it's going to be a perfect addition to the front of my house. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And share the video if you know somebody who hasn't seen me out here to play and you'd like to have them join us. If you're here for the first time, please hit that subscribe button and the bell, and then you'll be notified when we get out and do our crafts. So that's the last craft day for this week. The next video will be our Sunday Cook with me, and we'll be doing the second of our breakfast videos. And this one is going to be excellent, if you get my meaning. So I'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and we'll be cooking something that's really good. And until then, I hope you all have a great afternoon. Stay warm, stay cool, stay dry, stay wet, whatever you need. Wear your mask where appropriate. Get your vaccine, please, folks. Keep your distance when necessary. And everyone, play nice now. I'll see you Sunday. Love you. Bye-bye.